The answer to the question all Liverpool fans have been asking all season has finally been answered. Will Arne Slot remain at Liverpool, or will he be sacked? Let's break it down. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Despite what many fans may have feared during a turbulent campaign, clarity has finally emerged, and it's a statement that will divide opinion across the fan base. According to Sky Sports, Arne Slot is set to remain as Liverpool manager heading into next season, with the club showing no intention of making a change in the dugout. Have a watch of this.
Plenty to come on Sports Desk first. Arne Slot is expected to continue as Liverpool head coach next season. Sky Sports News understands as the club close in on Champions League qualification, Slot will be there. Well, for more on this, we can join our reporter Vinny O'Connor. Vinny, I know you're not really covering this today, but you've been speaking to Pep Guardiola this afternoon. We're going to get into that first, though. What can you tell us about Slot?
Exactly that we expect him to continue as Liverpool manager next season, and that's after what has been a disappointing season in many respects for Liverpool, but one that's seen as a season of transition as well. And at the same time, Liverpool have really consolidated their place in fifth position in the Premier League, opening up a 7-point gap on Chelsea, of course, now, which puts them in a good position now to qualify for next season's Champions League, which was the bare minimum obviously expected of them. There's been a number of changes in terms of the personnel, and a lot for Arne Slot to deal with throughout this campaign as well. But also we heard from Jamie Carragher on the Monday Night Football, where he says the noises I'm hearing is Slot will be the Liverpool manager next season if they can secure Champions League qualification, which they look like doing right now as well. And we certainly understand that that is the case, as I say, after what has become a season of transition. We're also expecting further support in terms of reinforcements in the summer, a number of changes at Liverpool. We obviously know that Andy Robertson's departing, as is Mo Salah. We also understand that Yan Diomande is one of the targets that Liverpool are looking at in terms of strengthening their wide options as well through the summer. So there are going to be changes in terms of personnel at Anfield in the coming weeks, the coming months, but at the same time, it is not going to be the head coach Arne Slot.
This comes at a time when pressure has been steadily building. A season that has at points fallen below expectations had sparked widespread speculation over Slot's future. Questions were being asked. Was he the right man? Had Liverpool regressed? And would the hierarchy be forced into making a ruthless decision? But behind the scenes, the message appears clear: stability over panic. One key factor in this decision is Liverpool's strong push towards securing UEFA Champions League football. Despite inconsistencies, the Reds are closing in on qualification for Europe's elite competition, a target that carries huge sporting and financial importance. And that changes everything. Rather than viewing the season as a failure, the club's leadership seemed to be framing it as a transitional period under Slot, one that still has a potentially successful outcome. Champions League qualification would not only soften the criticism, but also reinforce the belief that progress is being made under the Dutchman. For supporters, this raises the stakes heading into next season. With the uncertainty removed, expectations will inevitably rise. There will be no transitional excuses moving forward, only the demand for tangible progress. So while the headline may suggest drama, the reality is something far more calculated. Liverpool are standing firm, and now all eyes turn to what Arne Slot does next. In other news, transfer specialist Fabrizio Romano has delivered a major update on the future of Dominic Szoboszlai, and it's one that Liverpool fans will want to hear. Despite growing speculation surrounding the midfielder's long-term situation at Anfield, Romano has confirmed that negotiations between Szoboszlai and Liverpool are very much alive. Crucially, talks have not stalled. And perhaps more importantly, they're not breaking down either. In fact, the tone of discussions is being described as positive, with both sides still actively working toward an agreement. There's no significant gap separating the club and the player at this stage, suggesting that common ground is well within reach. However, this is not a done deal just yet. Romano makes it clear that while progress is being made behind the scenes, there is still work to be done before things can move into the final stages. Key details remain unresolved, and until Until those final hurdles are cleared, nothing will be signed off. The situation then is finally poised. Liverpool appear to be pushing to secure the future of one of their most influential midfielders, while Szoboszlai himself remains engaged in the process. A strong indication that both parties are aligned in their intentions. For now, the message is clear. Talks are ongoing, momentum is building, and this story is far from over. In other news, Giovanni Leone continues to make strides in his recovery from an ACL injury, but the latest report is that he will not return to team training this season. The 19-year-old cruelly had his season ended on debut in September, with the young centre-back tasked with a long road to recovery just months after moving to a new country. He's been working on the outdoor pitch at the AXA training centre since March, but strictly staying away from contact training as he builds the strength back in his knee. Earlier this month, a report from Italy claimed Leone had been penciled in to return to team training by the end of April, 7 months on from surgery. But the Telegraph's Dominic King now reports that while the teenager has been cleared to work outside on the grass, he will not return to team training this season. It contradicts reports from Leone's native Italy, but supports the idea that Leone can focus entirely on reporting fit for the first day of pre-season in July. A typical ACL recovery for a professional footballer to return to competitive action is 9 to 12 months, with this time frame reducing the risk of re-injury. Virgil van Dijk, for comparison, played in a pre-season friendly 10 months after his ACL injury and went on to enjoy a consistent campaign for Liverpool, experiencing only one minor fitness issue. Leone has remained within the first team bubble on his road to recovery, aiding in his transition after leaving Italy for the first time in his young life. He will hope to enjoy a strong pre-season alongside new centre-back signing Jeremy Jacquet, who is also currently sidelined with a season-ending shoulder injury. The young duo are seen as the future of Liverpool's central defence, a position which received a timely boost after the Merseyside derby, with Ibrahima Konate revealing he is close to agreeing a new contract. The Frenchman's future has been in the spotlight throughout the season, but retaining his services ensures the club do not have to search for a direct replacement, but instead consider market opportunities. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.